Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. Today we're going to talk about the Q1 numbers and why those will be much stronger than many believe. We have very strong weekly numbers from China. We have low inventory levels in Europe and very low inventory levels in the United States. I'm happy to have you back here on my channel. Let's start into all the news I prepared for you today. By the way, in the pinned comment is my link to my group. It is free to use. No payments have to be done. Just go on the website eCar Review. You can join my group. Over 540 people are in there already. Lots of people discussing in German, and we have as well the possibility to do that in English. And you can rate your Tesla, guys. Let's rate as a community the Tesla experience. Check out eCar Review and join my group. I would be very happy to get in contact with you. Now, when it comes to BYD, there is a denying, which the report was talking about yesterday, that there's any issue between the company BYD and Tesla. Elon Musk talked about that yesterday on Twitter as well. And there is another thing that I want to emphasize. There's still issues to talk about when it comes to the batteries, because we saw videos of people that have major fleets with BYD cars in China, and they are saying that those have battery issues. So again, there's no issue between those two companies, but there seems to be an issue if you have cars driving longer than 100,000 kilometers. Now let's look into the Tesla superchargers. On the right side, you have the newest version. Then you have in the middle the one that we all know already. And then you have Electrify America. And now you know, if you just look into the inside, how structured everything is, that Tesla is doing a great job. And this is also helping that superchargers are not in a situation where they're not working. So I believe if you make it too complicated, there are too many things that can go wrong. And that is what we see as well in Europe when it comes to other charging stations. Now, when it comes to the prices, if you're from the United States, this is just maybe some awkward information here. But again, just to give you some clarification, what are we actually paying here in Europe at a supercharger station? It is 52 cents per kilowatt hour. It is not by time. It is all by kilowatt hour. And we have the cheapest country, Scandinavia is with Finland is the cheapest, Denmark and Sweden. Of course, Scandinavia is not one country, but this entire area is the cheapest to charge with. Then we have as well Canada, and if I'm understanding right, you still have to pay by minute, and they are hoping that with the update, they can also charge by kilowatt hour, like in the United States, Fremont, California. So you see, there you have actually a bit lower prices than in Europe. Some countries like in Scandinavia, like Finland, Denmark, and Sweden, are even cheaper than in the United States. Now let's look into the very strong numbers when it comes to the insurance data from China. From the 6th to the 12th of March, we have actually achieved a major number here. I mean, this is looking very good. We had strong numbers last year that were on the same level as well, but this is looking very strong. Round about 17K. So I think that is a very good sign. We could actually see a very good quarter at the end. And this is something. The sentiment out there was very negative over the past weeks. Here we have as well a strong start with the purple line here, and the blue line is actually the one from Q4 that is now just fading away in the last weeks of the quarter. But compared to that, now we get even stronger numbers. So that is actually looking good. It's not clear yet if Tesla can actually get to the same level as Q4, but if they continue like that, they could actually do that. And this would be a major blow to anybody actually expecting some very weak numbers. And this is even stronger to keep in mind if you look into the economic situation in China. So you have an economy that is not doing good. You have the transport costs for containers going down, down, down. And this is the reason behind that is that many people are not ordering from China anymore. And many people are using different supply chains now because the restrictions were so hard over the past 3 years that many people decide, I'm not going to buy from China anymore. So this is also getting China in a very weak spot here. Now, this is a German article, and I'm going to translate that to you. When it comes to BYD is thinking about moving into Europe, and they want to buy a factory or build their own factory. And by 2030, they want to sell 800,000 cars in Europe. So competition is getting very, very strong in Europe. And I'm not saying that BYD is a competition to Tesla or anybody. But what I'm saying here is that German car makers, European car makers were in a very, very comfortable spot. They were selling their cars to customers, and now Tesla is coming, and then BYD is coming. NIO is already selling cars as well in a very low rate, but they do. So there's more car makers coming, and that's going to be interesting to watch. Now, for the Tesla stock, we had some weak days, now looking very strong today by German time in the afternoon. And I do expect it to rebound a bit as the entire situation around the banks might not affect Tesla stock too much. Now, when it comes to the expansion in Shanghai, just want to remind you of this picture here on the low area, like down below you see a square. That is the area that Tesla is not working on yet. They still have the possibility to expand to this new land. It is still free. There is no other company that is using it. And I think the reason behind that is that Tesla just has the possibility to start any time if they want to. And on top, you have the area that we are all aware of, the current factory and what Tesla is already building and doing over there. I believe that Tesla might do an expansion by the end of the year once they know that Generation 3 vehicles will be produced in China. Then you have Giga Mexico and hopefully as well the expansion working in Germany. So you have expansion, and a new factory. And this is going to help Tesla in 2 years. I expect major numbers in 2025, 2026. That is the time when we will see if Tesla can actually sell 20 million vehicles by the year 2030. Because if they want to achieve that, they have to move fast. And this is why I'm expecting further upgrades and expansion this year. Now, interesting is as well the 18.5-inch screen in the Cybertruck. So Model S and Model X has 17-inch. So the Cybertruck is getting a bigger screen. This is something that is not typical to watch, that Tesla is using a different product here, different screen compared to all the other vehicles, but it looks like they're feeling comfortable selling enough Cybertrucks to have their own screens. And I think we can actually bet on it that Tesla might do that. Maybe those screens are coming into other vehicles as well, maybe in the van and the robotaxi. So that is something maybe we don't know yet. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate your time and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.